how you did that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now I did that.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
So I thought that's what we were going to coordinate.
Oh,
when you came.
I'm very sorry.
It's all right. We're fine. Everything's fine.
That's all right.
Did it download?
Yeah, I downloaded. That's what. Oh, this still says Space Quest. All right, hold on. We're gonna update Chatty, and then I'm gonna tell everybody here a little story.
Why does it say Space Quest?
That's in scene 1. In El Gato scene, it said Stardew Valley.
Oh, all right. So okay, we didn't say.
Okay. It didn't say Space Quest for this entire stream. No, chat would have told us about that, right?
I don't know, Jack. I don't know.
They love to tell us when we're wrong.
Yeah, but they might not say anything because they wouldn't want us to fix it.
Touche! Touche, Rich. Okay, that is now up in Chatty. So now we need to tell... We need to tell the chat a little story. Quite in secret,
It still
Rich.
says Space Quest too.
Well, yeah, because they don't know what game we're playing yet. Quite in secret, I've been playing a game, Rich.
This is like clandestinely.
I haven't told anyone.
Not even your family.
They figured it out. They figured out what it was. I haven't told anyone what I was playing because last time I played this, I got a very negative reaction from fans of the game. And so I've decided that I wanted to start playing it. It's not showing up in here for some reason. Why aren't you showing up in here? Oh, because the game's off. Boink. I decided that I was going to play it without telling anyone.
So the pressure was off.
So the pressure was off because I don't know if the chat...
It still says Space Quest.
I know. I don't know if the chat realizes how much shit is gotten by playing a game in front of people. But it's a lot. All right, hold on. We're going to change that. Give me one moment here. People know what it is now. Boom. That fits. Great. So, get out of here. A program that I really enjoy on the internet, Rich, is called NoClip.
Yeah.
And they...
By program, because you're talking about computers, you should be specific. You mean a channel on YouTube.
A video production program.
A video production series.
A series of videos that I enjoy is made by these
a
people
content producer that you enjoy.
It's called NoClip, and they've made some amazing documentaries about Doom, about Rocket League. It's a great people. I'm a patron of theirs. I give them money every month so they continue to make game documentaries. They made this series about Final Fantasy, the online Final Fantasy that I've never played. I don't give two fucks about. It was a great documentary. So their latest endeavor is a 6-part look at The Witcher. Not only The Witcher, but CD Projekt, as they pronounce it. CD Projekt. The history of them as a games distributor, games localizer, and eventually game maker. And then they started talking about The Witcher. And you listen to these stories of the developers talking about the care that they put into this game. And I'm watching these documentaries, and I'm just going, fuck, that sounds great. And I had such a bad experience playing, so I started playing the game. I'm not going to tell anybody I'm playing the game. I'm just going to, I'll go through the story. I'll go through it. And you know what?
You didn't even tell me, Jack.
I didn't even tell you, Rich.
You didn't even tell me.
I know.
I could show how much you trust me.
I know, Rich, I know how active you are on the internet. You say everything on the internet. If I would have told you, it would have been on Twitter and Facebook within hours. I know it. So I've been playing it. And I gave it like 5. I was like, I'll give this like 5 to 10 solid hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to see if I dig it. Everyone seems to really enjoy this game. I'm now about 20 plus hours in, and I'm really enjoying it.
Good.
I'm really enjoying it. So it's a bit of a redemption story.
That'll relieve the one person in chat who was just distraught, who said in caps, Jack, please, if you don't like the game, that's okay, but don't play it. I'm like distraught, Jack.
I don't think it's a perfect game, but I have been really enjoying it. And so that's the thing. And also like, us playing Horizon Zero Dawn, us playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, like this. I'm glad we didn't play this back then because it definitely would have been
too much.
Oh God, it has a lot of similar strengths and weaknesses to those games, but we're going to continue now. One of the problems I do find with this game is it's pretty light on things I care about story-wise at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
For the first few hours of the game, all you are doing is looking for Yennefer.
Mm-hmm.
Yennefer is someone you may have had a relationship at one point.
Yeah.
She might have been your ex-wife. I don't know.
Okay.
It's really important to Geralt that you find Yennefer. I don't necessarily know anything about her. And so, like, I didn't necessarily care about that part of the story at the beginning. And then after you find... you don't even find Yennefer. Yennefer finds you.
Uh-huh. And
then you have to look for a girl named Ciri, and that's what I'm doing now.
Looks like you're wearing diapers.
Yeah. This is one of those games where, different armors have different stats. And a lot of time, what I find is I don't like the armor that has the better stats, but it has the better stats.
I'll downgrade a bit for better looking armor. I will.
My downgrade is pretty. Oh, I just put it away.
Or I might look for a mod. Like XCOM 2, I can't stand the mid-tier armors.
Sure.
In both the newer XCOM games, the mid-tier armors were ugly as fuck.
So you find a mod.
Yeah.
The armor that you start with is fucking badass, but it's weak. Oh, well, wait, I thought I gave you a haircut. I thought I gave him a haircut, but apparently I didn't. Well, see, that's the thing. People are talking about the Bloody Baron storyline. I'm not getting into too much spoilers. I'm only a little over 20 hours in, so obviously...
It's been long enough. I even think you're spoiler safe at this point.
The monster design is really fantastic. Like you fight a lot of ghouls and goblins and water monsters. There is a story in this game, Rich. I was helping a baron. He was looking for his wife and daughter, right?
Yeah.
And I discover that his wife had a miscarriage, and he improperly buried the dead fetus, so it came back as a monster fetus. And I had to fight and then befriend a monster fetus.
Okay. I just want to know why the top half of his coat is black and the bottom half is white.
Because they don't go together. They're just regular I don't know.
It's such an ugly look.
I don't know, man. I only use the Witcher army in the game.
Army? Or you mean armor?
You only use the Witcher armor. I should. I like that armor a lot better. We'll see.
What does it look like? I want to see it.
Yeah, I'll go back and get it. I just put it away in my chest.
It looks like you're wearing diapers.
The Witcher armor is significantly better.
You're wearing diaper armor.
It's really cool. Hold on. We got to go back into my chest and get it. Go back into my stash. Got a few things. Oh, there it is. I've held on to it because I think it looks cool.
Right.
And it's upgraded once, and I think
can you find armor that isn't technically the same armor but looks like it and is better? Right. Yeah, that's awesome.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
All right, we'll try to keep that for a little bit. That's fucking awesome armor. All right, I'll put away this other armor. We'll hold on to this. Well, maybe we can find someone who can upgrade this armor for us. It's been upgraded once already. There, you go away. All right, great. So in any case, I've been really liking it. I've been having a great time just walking around. The monsters are great. It's challenging. I've even been a little into the story, though I don't generally care about fantasy and, stuff like that. But, oh, I'm a little turned around. Nope. A little turned around. There, this way. All right, I was going the right way. There's a lot of good things about this game, including...
He does run kind of derpy.
You think he runs derpy?
He runs derpy.
Maybe. You don't run a lot. As soon as I get out of town, I'll find my horse.
It's fine.
I'll find one of the best parts of the game, which is your horse, Roach. You can't name your horse. Your horse's name is Roach, and I think the AI is kind of bad on the horse. Like, it runs into stuff all the time. It's cowardly. It runs away from monsters. But honestly, it just gives your horse personality. Like, you're just like, Roach, like you whistle for Roach to come, and then he bumps into shit, and you're like, fucking Roach. Where is he? Where did you spawn, Roach? Hey, I whistled for you over here. Yeah, look at, there he is. There's Roach. He's great.
Visually speaking, is like your trotting animation like one of the most important things in any game? You're going to be seeing that so much.
Whatever it is you are looking at the most needs to look good. You're not looking at that terribly often.
It's a visual element to most games, and I think it's underappreciated. Walking and trotting and sprinting animations.
Sure. I can see that. All right. Now, important. What am I going to do? What was I trying to accomplish today? I need to find my coffee farm. So for anyone who's played it, here's where I am in the game. I'm working on the Ladies of the Woods and Family Matters quest. So I'm still fairly early on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll go visit Keira. Keira is a sexy-ass witch who just helped me with a pretty awesome quest. And she said, hey, next time you're free, come by my bog. And maybe you could help me out with something. I'm like, ooh, yeah.
The charm of this game will overcome Rich. I've never said I hate this game. I criticized running animation.
It sounds like you hate it already. Go banger. Do Keira? Should I do that one? All right, yeah, we'll go visit Keira then.
You know what game had a really derpy running animation?
What's that?
Mass Effect 3.
Like how? What? Oh, their arms were all over the place?
And his legs were doing this weird thing too.
Oh, that's great. Oh yeah, we're not too far away from Keira. We'll go do that. Out of my way, Dick. We're not too far away from Keira. We'll go say hi and see what she wants. Ah! Roach! See, I think this animation is more important because you're on your horse more.
Oh, if you're gonna be on a horse a lot, yeah, that's an important animation.
Shit. There's a road.
I mean, you think of graphics, the visual splendor of the textures and the detail and the shadows. And just saying, maybe animation doesn't get as much credit as it should.
The walking animation?
For games in general.
But like this animation is good.
But yeah, but you don't. How often do you walk in a
Right,
game? You trot. You do that. That's what you spend 90% of your time. How you spend 90% of your time moving in any game where you have to move around. Here, trot.
I guess here's something I think that might be something you're looking over. Is how dumb do people look when they're doing that? Like
Just trotting around.
When they're trotting around.
That's why it's super important though that the animation has to be good.
But I'm saying like
you need to cover up for that.
maybe it just is gonna look dumb no matter what. Oh, hold on, we got a situation over here.
This here's the toll crossing. By what right? By the right of a prick up your backside, wise ass.
Oh, you're gonna get killed.
Could you kill him?
Maybe. Let's see what happens. I don't want to give him any money.
I'm not gonna pay you a broken copper. Broken's what your jaw will be.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna fight.
Have it, the thrifty fucker.
Yep, we're gonna fight. Great. All right.
thought that was a rooster for a second. Alright.
Dicks. Oh, good. I'm glad I killed them. It's my bridge now. I charge a toll.
Game audio a bit louder, please.
Game audio a bit louder. We can do that. Give me a minute. Yeah, it's pretty quiet for me, too.
Can we get a button on here that'll just adjust the volume? Can we put it at like 25%?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can adjust it in-game because it seems to be pretty quiet for me as well. Audio. Yeah, let's see how that does it. How do you feel about this audio? Boom. All right, let's see if they have any good shit. So now, like any good RPG, after you kill people, you got to see what they got. Chicken leg. Nice. After you kill people, you got to loot the corpses. Some water. Good. And some linen. No, I don't care about that. Everybody drops a sword, but at this point, they just take up space.
Still a little low.
Still a little low? All right. We can fix that. We can fix that. Whoa.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, we gotta treat our XSplit volume with kid gloves, as it can go from 0 to nuts.
Right.
Real fucking fast. Okay, great. Cool. So, you know, like that's you know, the neat thing about it being an open world game is like I just came across that. That wasn't necessarily my quest.
Right.
But, you know, neat stuff. It does have some like moral choice things where I could have just paid the toll and crossed without an incident, but those fuckers deserve to die.
Were they bandits or were they working for some kind of government, some kind of king?
I don't give a fuck. They were charging people to cross the river.
Well, they made a local law. That's just a toll you have to pay to get across that bridge.
Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm the Witcher. I said people can cross.
They need money. They have to afford that army to defend the town from brigands.
I suppose they also have to like afford the upkeep to the bridge, and now they can't because I killed them. And so the bridge will fall into disarray and people won't be able to use it anyway. I guess I didn't think that one through, Rich. I did not think that one through. Ew. Don't listen to Rich Jack kill them all. I usually end up killing everyone. I kill everyone.
Brigands isn't a... Look, I don't know old-timey, oldie English things.
What?
I said brigadons, and I guess that's not a thing.
Brigadoons?
I thought it was a thing.
What are you doing?
Geralt, you gave me quite a start.
But now the mage says bring me rats and healthy ones. Not something the cat dragged in.
This the lamp from the elf's hideout? And what's this about rats?
Nothing important. I'll explain later. Now tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure?
You told me to come here, bitch. Oh, I can buy stuff from her. Yeah, you said you wanted me.
Wanted something from me.
I did, and still do. The cursed isle on Lake Windammer. You've heard of it, I'm sure. The local peasants mumble incessantly about it, about the wraiths that haunt it. They claim none who go there return.
Oh, we gotta fight some wraiths.
All
That's what I don't know. I must break this spell, yet I've been unable to identify its source.
Gotta know something.
Scraps. The curse is somehow linked to the tower where Sarah, the lord of these lands, took
And I know
refuge
I'm
when
usually
he was
one that
guarding
likes to
Vegas.
talk during this stuff, but I'm
Claims
actually
in the
paying
village
attention
are
to the story now.
peasants
So
desperate of hunger,
I hear
sailed to fight
the
arms
Witcher's
with
voice, and all I can think of is,
It's a massacre.
did you know that David Carradine died via autoerotic asphyxiation?
You're so good at these things.
what do you mean? Does his voice remind you of
Yeah.
David Carradine?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, it does a little bit.
you so intent on this?
The Isle, miss. You've got to lift the charm. You're a good witch, a great witch. There's no end to it.
That does sound a lot. Now that's going to be in my head.
No,
now,
you're
too,
gonna play this game. All you're gonna be able to think of is autoerotic asphyxiation.
I'm just going to think of Kill Bill Volume 2. That's all I'm going to think about.
Not enough to conceal me from the witch hunters and risk getting sent to the gallows themselves.
What others think. Your image. That's all you care about.
The point is, listen.
Yeah, his hair is a little off. I had a good haircut earlier, but then I died before saving, and then I couldn't find the barber who gave me the haircut. I forget which barber gave me the haircut, but you know, he's pretty generic badass, got a scar, got a white beard. Yeah. I got 2 swords, Rich. 2 fucking swords.
Yeah, but your hands are already full, David Carradine.
Did you take my magic lamp with you? I shall let you keep it afterwards in appreciation. You'll find it quite useful, I'm sure.
Alright, hold on. I gotta learn how a magic lamp works.
I mean, do I just rub it, or do I have to do something magical?
You needn't even rub. Just place
You
it
need
where
to
the
take your
purpose
belt
is.
and put it around your neck.
I suppose I should
Tie the other end something and lean forward while choking it. Stroke the lamp.
Tell you all about it later.
Keep stroking the lamp.
Bits.
You'll need to do neither. I'll give you a Xenobox. It's a bauble that will let us speak over some distance. You will tell me what you see, and I shall tell you what to do and look for.
Oh, we're getting all sorts of shit from her. Okay.
I need to know anything else before I go?
No, that is all. Oh, go already. I can't wait to see what you discover on Kyle. Just be sure to come and see me afterwards. And Geralt. Thank you.
No problem, Biddy. Whoa. A new quest item. Yeah. Okay. Magic lamp. Yeah. Okay. We cool. We cool.
Atomic Mousetrap says, what's the difference between a pile of dead bodies and a Porsche? I don't have a Porsche in my garage. Happy Halloween! Thank you. Thank you for your joke.
It's a fine joke.
That's a fine joke.
Fine joke. Where am I going? Shit, I'm going all the way over here. I'm going to take a boat.
Brown Adam Sandler says, you guys often say that anything can be good if executed well. Is there any kind of media that, even when executed well, you do not care for? Could be a genre or something else. Cinematic gaming.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
That's my honest answer. Like The Last of Us is supposed to be the shit, and I can't stand it. So,
Sure.
cinematic gaming.
Cinematic game. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Country pop music.
I typically don't like it. I'm not going to say, though, it can't be executed in a way that I might enjoy one country pop music song that's especially good or well done, though.
Oh, sure. There's always a chance. But, there's always a chance for anything. Rich, there could even be, shudder to think, a cinematic game that one day you will enjoy.
Yeah, but I haven't. I have hated the cream of the crop so far, though.
Right?
So,
What's over here?
back when I had my birthday Infinite Mulligan golf game,
Yeah.
they were playing country pop over the speakers, and
Oh,
I
shit.
couldn't stand it.
Yeah. Drowners. Like, look at this. Look at this. I'm fighting drowners, and fucking Roach is just freaking out.
Actually, after after it was really starting to irritate me, I turned to Karen and said, I can understand what happened in Vegas now.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible.
That's a horrible thing to say.
It's just terrible music. Terrible.
It's a terrible thing to say. Too soon.
Brick Yeager says, Jack, so glad you've given Witcher a second chance. Just ignore dickheads in chat. Franchise was big in Poland even before games, so you might want to check the books it's based on as well.
That's, I mean, fuck, man. Watch, you know, and I'm sure fans of the game have already seen the no-clip documentary, but the story of CD Projekt is amazing. Like, it's this started by this group of Polish people, and they got their start in gaming actually making bootleg translations of other games.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, like Poland was still like on the other side of the red curtain, and like they couldn't get all the stuff, and so like they would find copies of games and make their own translations. And as it turns out, they made the best translated games. Like, people are like, oh, this actually sounds like something a Polish person would say. Yeah. And so they kept going back to him, and he was talking about like doing this on like the quasi black market, and people kept on coming to me. It's like, so then after the red curtain fell, we just made it business. Yeah,
sounds great.
It's really great. Maybe not the red curtain. You guys know what I mean.
Iron curtain, Jack.
The Iron Curtain. Thank you. And so, you know, like, and so then they were basically just a distribution business for a long time and localization. And then they took a chance and like, well, let's make our own game based off of the most popular series of Polish novels ever. And everyone's like, wait, this, you know, The Witcher was our life, or, you know, whatever it was called. Like, everyone loved and read all the novels, and like, what character are we going to base the game off of? What are we going to, you know, it was great. That's like literally the whole reason that I re-picked up this game, was the passion that the game developers had in talking about the games.
That's neat.
Yeah. And it is. Like, it's a great world. I have a few nitpicks. One, I couldn't get into the story. It felt like I needed to have played the first two games in order to understand just what's happening at the beginning of the story. And I don't necessarily care about any of the characters. I think that's important.
Are you growing to care about the characters as you play it? I know you didn't play the earlier games or anything, but
not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Like, we have there's a quasi daughter figure that we're looking for right now. Mm-hmm. But she's not our daughter. And in game, we haven't spent a ton of time with her, Ciri, and so it's like, I don't know. Like, the game tells me I should care about her, but I don't. Yennefer, I don't give two fucks about Yennefer.
That guy's fucked.
That might have been a monster.
That sounded like a man screaming. Ah! Because he saw monsters.
Oh, I crashed my boat. Fuck.
What? I can't hear.
Fuck. What works with the okay, hold on. So, you know, a thing.
So what's going on here with the combat?
Okay, so like a thing that I like and dislike about the game is the game has the Bestiary.
Yeah.
Every beast you fight, you can pick up scraps of paper around the world. Huge lore, and it can give you the strengths and weaknesses of certain monsters. That's a good and bad thing, because like right now I'm facing the rotlings, or whatever they're called here, the rot fiends, and so necrophage oil. Okay, so then, you know, I look it up. Necrophage oil is something that they are weak to, so then I go into my inventory, and I go into the oils sections, and I have some necrophagia oil, so I rub that on my sword, and now I do 10% more attack to them.
And while Geralt is doing all of this, he's getting slaughtered by the monsters who are currently attacking him.
No, you see, he's a witcher, and so he's doing this super fast.
He just knows all this stuff.
He just knows all this stuff.
Surely it takes time to put the oil on the sword, right? I mean, you gotta
No, but he's doing it super fast, you see. But, you know, like, I like the depth.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes it doesn't work out. But like, I think that's neat, and you know, it's all accessible once but figuring out how it's accessible is tedious.
Necrophage oil sounds like something Jeffrey Dahmer would use to masturbate with.
Fuck, I'm out of tissues in necrophage oil.
That Dahmer guy comes in and he buys all my necrophage oil.
Right? There we go. I upgraded my my psionic blast to knock people over. Oh fuck! And that's very helpful because if I knock him over, I can one-shot kill him. There we go. Nice, but so it's a little difficult to learn. It's a little obtuse as far as the learning curve is concerned, but once you figure it out, it's very deep, and you know, so it's good and bad.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm 20 plus hours, and I feel like I'm just getting a handle on it now, which, you know, some might consider a negative. What? That didn't knock you over? Fuck you. But overall, I think it's a good game. It's a very good game.
Dude, all right. So you have these different oils.
Yeah.
Do they stack on each other? What if you're fighting two different type of monsters at the same time, or does that just never happen?
That's a good question. I've never had to stack oils. That's
Okay.
You know, that's a question for chat. They might know what's up.
They don't stack. Okay.
So once you rub a new one on, the other one gets rubbed off. I mean, that would make sense.
Rubbed off, just like Jeffrey Dahmer did with his victims.
I need more tissues and necrophage oil. Ah, terrible. Am I on the wrong island? She was... Oh, no, I'm on the right island. She was talking to me, but I wasn't necessarily listening because I was fighting monsters.
Anonymous says, Jack, if you were enjoying Witcher 3, make sure to get the DLC. The second one is so big, most other publishers would have released it as its own full-price game.
Not said the project. They know what's up. I'm gonna meditate for a little bit. Just an hour. Yeah, I mean, you know, as soon as if I ever make it through this, like I don't know how long it would take me to make it through a full game of this. It's so much. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
I don't
It's
know.
like a swarm of bees.
What was that?
That was my Witcher sense. That's my detective vision. You know, much like
So it senses monsters.
much like Horizon Zero Dawn or Batman or anything, you have
Yeah.
your Witcher vision.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's noise. So it hears noise. And here, let's see if I can show you. If there's anything to collect around the world. Oh, here's something. It'll show you that. It'll show up. Oh, yep, there's something.
But you had to get really close.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there are certain areas where you need to use it to find, like, hidden stuff. It's like a bushel of bees or something.
Cosper says you can find all around the world so many different upgradable Witcher armor, which looks better and gives more protection, that you never need to wear anything else.
Well, that's good to know. Like, I mean, yeah, this does seriously look better.
Is it absolutely terrible though for defense?
No, I've been doing all right so far. This is a pretty low-level mission, which I chose purposefully because, you know,
Yeah.
I don't want to look bad on stream. But
Yeah, I get it.
so it's hard to tell for this mission, but so yeah, like if you see here, like this is my magic panel. These are all my different magical abilities. So I got that little switcher. I'm gonna maybe fire will work. Fuck you. Waiting for my fire to build up. We'll light him on fire. And we'll hit him. Damn it.
You look almost dead.
I am almost dead, but he was also almost dead. So, I can't no.
Is this game like Dark Souls?
No. No, it's like... I know a lot of people are going to be pissed at this, but it's like Horizon Zero Dawn, or it's like Breath of the Wild, or it's like the earlier Witcher games. It's a...
By the way, an unqualified bard is saying that once fully upgraded, default armor is the most powerful in the game.
Right.
A reward for people who held on to it.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I held on to it then. There we go. Maybe now I can meditate. Oh, I can't. Good. You can't meditate with enemies around, but it heals you fully. There we go. All right, good. I'm wasting all my food. I wanted to hold on to it because it's honestly the coolest looking armor so far, but... All right. So now that we're in this area, we need to look for clues. Monsters. Oh, here we go. See, like this shows up in red, so that's a clue.
A fresh corpse. Must have come here a while after the nobleman's death.
So, like, you remember how in Horizon Zero Dawn you would find a clue, and then it would lead you to the next clue, and the next clue, and you'd find footprints, and that would lead you to the next clue. That happens in here a lot, which is fine. Like, it's totally fine.
All right. Drunk Cameron Mitchell is saying, Rich, have you seen the Red Dead 2 trailer? It looked really pretty, except for the facial animation. Dialogue animation in games has almost never been good. What's the deal? It's super important.
Is that some of that?
It'd be nice to have good facial animation. I might disagree with you on how important it is on the scale of things that are important. Like a good combat system. Some fluid aiming with your gun. These are things I would prioritize over the talking that's only happening in the between mission cutscenes. Because when you're walking around the world in Red Dead Redemption, you're not going to get a good look at people's mouths just around the street yakking. Now maybe in a game like Mass Effect Andromeda, which had notoriously bad facial animation, maybe it's worse there because that is a game where, like, talking to people... Well, I don't know about Andromeda. I didn't play Andromeda. I know the older Mass Effect games. You talk constantly. It's a talk to people game.
Right, so then you want the face.
Then you want decent facial animation. Red Dead... I'm less sold on its importance there. It has to be adequate.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I think that's that makes sense. Just adequate.
What now, piece of filth?
Shit, missed.
Like, nobody ever faulted Pac-Man for bad facial animation.
All he had was facial animation. If anything, people faulted him for having only facial animation.
Do you like Westerns? I like Westerns. I don't know that I love all of them uniformly, but I love me some Dollars trilogy, I'll tell you that. Fistful of Dollars, a few dollars more, and the good, bad, and the ugly. That's some good shit. Rich, you can tell Jack he can level up. Jack, you can level up.
Thank you for telling me, Rich.
You're welcome. Jack, if you don't level up now, you're playing the game wrong.
I don't think I can level up. I'll be honest with you. Oh yeah, I have 2 points available. I suppose I could level up. You know, like everything in this game, the way everything works is a little mishy-mashy, right? And so leveling up means buying these squares, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to put these squares in the empty square slots over here. So right now I only have 5 empty square slots that I can put the other squares in. And then you can also attach a mutagen, which does something if it matches the colors of the squares, and then there's a multiplier for mutagen and color. It's a whole thing. There's a whole fucking thing, Rich. Can I get any new mutagens?
Chat's bringing up L.A. Noire, and I know L.A. Noire had the really fancy facial animation, but didn't that contrast with the body animation, which looks stiff in comparison?
I never played L.A. Noire. I don't know.
L.A. Noire looked like it had some Uncanny Valley issues to me.
Oh, yeah?
I've never played it.
Okay.
And I'm probably never going to bother, because I knew they do this lame protagonist death thing. It's a pet peeve of mine. I'm not going to play through a game just to die at the end. Fuck that.
Sure. Let's do that. Let's upgrade these. Right now, I have a blue mutagen modifier, and upgrading these means that my magical powers are more powerful, so I'm just going to add 1 to each of these. Like, this is my fire, so right now I melt armor, which I think is really nice, so we'll add 1 to that. And then this one is my knockdown. So it increases the range of my knockdown. Actually, that's pretty good. I like that. So,
Chat, L.A. Noire is past the spoilers expiration date.
oh god, by so much.
And if you're killing off the protagonist for the sake of killing off the protagonist, your story's probably lame anyway.
Oh wait, there was a green thing around here.
But it's deep.
They had
In real life, you don't always
you have it was the games need to be taken seriously as an art form. The only way to do that is to have the main character die. How about that?
They left us. Look, all of.
Where are you?
They left us.
Where are you? Where are the ghosts?
They left us. Look, all of them done went. We to swim. Come on.
Oh, there he is.
What about all this? We can't leave it. You go. Find a boat and come back for me. If you make it across. Why wouldn't I? Be back before you know it.
Alright. Save the man who took a boat over this way. Alright, I'm watching ghosts now. That's my mission.
Okay.
I'm watching what ghosts do. We're trying to figure out the mystery of Spooky Island.
Oh, Chad, whenever I've played Red Dead Redemption, I stop before that last act.
Oh, does he?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No.
Big time. Fucking big time. They make you play as his lame-ass son.
In the game?
After the game, like after post game, you do whatever.
Oh yeah.
You're playing as just the most obnoxious character in the game, and it's just like, oh fuck that.
Oh.
I want to be John Marston, not this idiot.
I'm very sorry, Rich. I'm very sorry that a game doesn't end the way you like it.
Look, protagonist death, it's just a pet peeve of mine. I know some people love it. It's, like what you like, and that's fine. That doesn't bother me.
If it serves a narrative purpose, I'm okay with it. I think it's tougher to justify that as far as video games are concerned because we spend so much time as the protagonist and with the protagonist that like that justification has to be really that has to be a player choice.
Speaking just for me.
Yeah.
Just speaking for myself, it's very rare that I will enjoy a story or find a story satisfying where the protagonist dies. It's a pet peeve of mine.
Sure.
I don't like it. It's happened a few. There's been some exceptions to the rule, and I'll think of them at some point and mention them. But as a general rule, I don't like it.
I think that's fair. I mean, it's fair to say. Obviously, that's just your opinion.
I feel like I wasted my time.
Yeah, I feel like for me, for Bloodborne.
And Chad, it's not because of Mass Effect 3. I've been this way since I was a kid.
The example I will give is Bloodborne, where you have many different choices at the end of Bloodborne.
Sure.
Not the DLC, the regular game. And one of the choices you get is to end your hunt, which is where you die.
Right.
The main guy the main bad guy kills you.
Well, with the cryptic nature of Bloodborne, I've heard it argued where you're really just waking up.
Right, exactly. So like that, but that was a case where that's what I chose because for me that made sense character-wise. Like, yeah, I'm just fucking done being a hunter. All of these horrors I don't want to deal with anymore. And so even though I could have gotten more gameplay, I could have gotten more like another fight out of it, story-wise I wanted my character to die. So that's what I chose. And so I think that is an important element, is you choosing, especially in a game.
Is it because you get attached to the player characters and feel like you've somehow failed if they've died? Well, it's not just games. Like movies, too.
Place is full of rats. As many dead as alive. I think they're feeding on.
You needn't be so detailed.
Where's that noble? Lying here, quiet as a mouse, head split open like a rotted pumpkin.
What about heroic sacrifice, Rich? Does that annoy you? Very much so. I want to make a game where you have a choice to do a heroic sacrifice at the end, and it just fails horribly. You die, and then the battle is still lost. Where if you choose to live, you get to fight on and actually win. I would love to do that, where the bad ending is the heroic sacrifice.
That's easily doable.
Yeah,
I think that's really funny. Oh yeah, and I mean, like, you know,
if only so and so were here to save the day.
You know, to me, it's all about context, and you know, like if that's the end of the character arc, is like, you know, someone who was maybe cowardly before and, you know, chooses to sacrifice himself.
I can't think of any off the top of my head. There've been exceptions.
Oh, of
where
course,
the
yeah.
protagonist has died, and I've been okay with it. Oh, that works.
Yeah.
As a general rule, I don't like it though.
Of course.
Blood. Many must have died here.
What about Star Trek 2? Kirk is fine.
What are you talking about? Kirk makes it out just fine. Oh, this is very dark. Hold on. We gotta change some settings here because this is too dark even for me to see.
Like it or not, Kirk is more the protagonist. Obviously, it's a group effort. They're the big three, but and he comes back one movie later.
I mean, really?
Darth Vader. He was the villain.
Oh, I think, but what they're saying is, like, does that work as a heroic sacrifice? Because his arc at the end was sacrificing himself.
The character you're attached to when you're watching Return of the Jedi, right, is you know, Luke Skywalker though.
Oh, sure. So you're more talking about just when the hero,
yes,
the protagonist
specifically, yes.
Yeah, all right. Can't find a good way to make this brighter for you all to see. Hold on for a second, Because I'm sure it's even darker for you guys. Let me see if I can change it in XSplit. Give me one moment, please. Oh my god, that's the wrong thing. Aha. That's the wrong thing. Sorry. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to change the game. Boop, boop. Game. Here we go. All right, let me see if I can brighten that for you guys so you can see what the fuck is happening.
Lord of the Rings ends with Bilbo dying. About 60 years after The Hobbit, which is the story he was the actual protagonist in. So I think I'm okay with that.
Protagonist! This might make it easier for you guys.
Rogue Sacrifice? Rogue One's Sacrifice was kind of neat. That's just bait right there. That's blatantly bait, right?
That's absolutely bait. Oh yeah, you guys can see it a little bit better now. That's absolutely bait. Where is my torch? Did I get rid of my torch? No, there it is. Shit. I didn't mean to eat that. Where's my torch?
Rich enjoyed Harrison Ford dying in The Force Awakens. I never said I enjoyed it.
How dare you not enjoy that?
My opinion of that movie in general was pretty middling.
Yeah. Why can't I use my torch?
I praised it for doing what the prequels couldn't do, and they gave us new protagonists that we liked. Mm-hmm. And they are the new protagonists, not Han Solo.
That's true.
It's a story about Rey.
Who made it, by the way. She didn't sacrifice herself heroically. There it is.
T2 sacrifice some people hate. See, I couldn't get into Arnold's character in T2 in the first place. He's an emotionless killing machine.
Yeah.
That's where T2 fails me in general. I don't like Arnold as the protagonist.
Yeah, you've mentioned that.
Yeah.
You've mentioned that before.
Sarah Connor is fine in that movie. Mm-hmm. It's kind of interesting what happened to her. You know, she became this crazed weirdo after being this sweet girl in T1. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that just looks so much worse.
Emotionless killer robot as protagonist, you know.
There we go.
It was fine for the spectacle of that movie, the grand action film, but I wasn't emotionally invested into
Arnold?
The Terminator, into Arnold, yeah.
Yeah, well, and I wouldn't even consider him as the protagonist of that movie. And so, like, I think what everyone here is doing is you're giving examples of heroic sacrifices that aren't necessarily the main character. You know?
With T2, though?
With T2, he's not.
Might technically be John Connor, but nobody gives a shit about John Connor. Nobody gives a shit about Kid John Connor.
While that's true,
for all practical intents and purposes, Arnold is the protagonist of that film.
Nope. I will disagree with you.
I'd sooner burn the vermin. Releasing them's not like to bring no good. Imagine the harm they'd do if they swam back to the village. Swam? Rats? How do you figure they'd do that? You needn't fret for them.
I cried big time at the end of T2 watching it for the first time. I felt absolutely nothing when Arnold melted himself. I felt absolutely nothing. It's like, oh, thank God. Now both of the killer robots are gone. Thank God.
Right.
Won't have to worry about that problem again.
Yeah, that logically made more sense to me, where I was like, oh yeah, he really should die. Like, I get it, but I mean, like, as far as, you know, protagonist is going, like, the story isn't from his point of view. He has no arc. Arnold, or the T2, the Terminator has no arc. Like I would buy John with a minor of Sarah Connor.
Becky got played. You are 100% wrong. John Connor does not die at the end of Farscape.
Fan theory?
Not that I'm aware of. He just flat out lives.
Oh, well, it's not like an ambiguous.
No,
like it's not a Sopranos ending.
No.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. Well.
It's completely unambiguous.
Fade to white.
Unless they're talking about, all right, not at the ending of, there's some weird sci-fi stuff that goes on.
Okay, at the end of Farscape.
In the middle of Farscape.
In the middle of Farscape.
Right. I'd spoil it, but I wouldn't want to ruin it for people.
That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants, they're through the door in the tower.
This is a really easy mission. I just have to go and look at ghosts.
And I'm not going to spoil Farscape, even though it's quite old by now. I'll spoil the fuck out of L.A. Noire, because screw that.
But then you also can't get mad at anyone in chat who decides to spoil.
I can do what I want. I'm the dictator here.
You know what? Touche. Yeah. Everybody, Rich has got a point. It's true. Rich is a moderator. He's in charge of chat. All right, yep. Fuck it. Banned. Full life ban. No, not really. Not really, mods. This is what I always call myself a notoriously slow gamer, because I really am, because this is exactly what I do in a game. Is, I just got into this room and I did the thing I was supposed to do, but now I'm like rubbing up against everything to see if I can loot anything, like see if there's any mysteries. Like, what's behind here? Can I get behind there? Not really. Can't jump.
Siberius Kirk, that's not even what I'm referencing about Farscape. All right, this I will spoil. They did not intend season 4 to be the ending of Farscape. They had another season in mind.
Oh, okay.
But at the end of season 4, there's a cliffhanger. And there is what appears to be a clear death of our protagonist.
Oh. Okay.
It was going to be undone with, science fiction in season 5, but then they got canceled. Then they had the mini-series, like a few years after the fact. They came back with a mini-series to properly conclude Farscape.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not what I was referring to earlier.
Here's where the game gets a little tricky. So for anyone who plays this game, maybe you know what I'm feeling. So like these little mutagen things in the end, the diamond-shaped ones get multipliers. And so like this diamond-shaped one has 7% increase in sign intensity. Your sign is your magic. And then for every blue thing in the square connected to the triangle or the diamond thing, you get a multiplier. So right now I have a 21%, 1 times 3, or 7 times 3 here. This green one gives me 100% health. And so if I got any green things in here, it would multiply. But I find the green ones to be terribly boring, so I don't want to waste any points on the green one. Let's see. Every known level 1 alchemy form increases maximum toxicity by 1. I don't know what that means. Oh, that could be good.
Do I think the Han Solo movie will be worse than Rogue One? No. I have a feeling the Han Solo movie will have some life to it. And probably, at least it's guaranteed to have a character I like.
Who directed Rogue One? Who directed that one?
I have forgotten already. I legitimately have.
Ron Howard is a talented director.
Uh-huh.
I think that is a true statement.
Gareth Edwards, chat is saying. The Godzilla guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he didn't have much. He didn't have much going for him. All right, let's do this. And then that'll give us a little There we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Little vitality boosts, a little more health.
But the Han Solo movie could make you hate Han Solo. If the Han Solo movie is that bad, I'll just forget it exists. I'll ignore it.
Wait, where were you, Ghost? Yeah, like, do you know what has completely left my head canon? Is the convoluted story that didn't make much sense on how they stole the plans to the Death Star.
I just didn't care.
That's the thing. That's why it's completely left my head canon. Someone stole the plans to the Death Star, sure. I don't need to know that story.
I know how it ends.
They got the plans. They blew it up. Spoiler alert.
They needed to make you care about the people stealing the plants.
And they didn't.
Ah.
And they didn't, Rich.
Look, she was a strong, empowered woman, and that's all that matters.
That's true.
You don't need to do anything more than that.
But why was she strong and powerful? Oh, it doesn't matter.
It was brave.
It was brave. Sure. Ooh. Oh. Got a little achievement. Collect formula for 6 different bombs. Ooh, another bomb formula. Dragon's Dream. Great. Yeah. Great. Great. Cool. Looking at ghosts.
Yeah, apparently I'm not a real science fiction fan because the only science fiction shows I've watched have been Farscape and Star Trek. Apparently, those are the only two.
You know, I think I figured something out, Rich.
Yeah.
About fandom.
Yeah.
And what makes fandom horrible.
Yeah.
I'll pause the game for a second here. It's not fandom. Being a fan of something isn't inherently bad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a fan I'm a fan of this, right? That's not inherently bad, but everyone like shits on fandom. Here's what the real problem is, and like I've never put a word to it before, but I heard it recently, and what it is, Rich, is gatekeeping. That's the problem with fandom. Someone who says you're not enjoying that right.
Yeah.
You're not a real fan because of this.
Yeah.
I'm putting a limit on what you are doing. Gatekeeping is the fucking worst.
Someone's in the chat saying I don't like Quantum Leap, which is absolutely not true.
I think we've talked about how much we both enjoy Quantum Leap.
Every fucking week I sat down to watch Quantum Leap.
Yeah, it's a great show. Fucking great show. And see, I guess this is the point I'm getting to at gatekeeping, where like, let's say the only sci-fi show Rich ever watched was Star Trek and Farscape, right? Who the fuck cares? You're not a real fan because you don't do X, Y, and Z. Fuck off. Who cares if he's a real fan or not a real fan, or who even cares what a real fan is? He enjoyed a thing, and he's telling you why he enjoyed the thing. This is the problem. Ooh, spooky.
Quantum Leap is set in the past now. I don't know if that's a good joke or just someone who has no idea what Quantum Leap was about.
No. The beginning of Quantum Leap.
Oh yeah. You're right.
What year was that? What year was it supposed to be set? You know, where was Ziggy?
I'm gonna guess that the present that Sam left from was the future year of 1997. That's my guess. 1999? Oh boy.
Have you got to the laboratory at the top of the tower yet?
The far off future of 1999. I love it. I fucking love it. Oh,
Al was a great character.
Al was great. They worked so well together.
Yeah.
They worked so well together.
Did you ever see the episode where he changed the president off and Al wasn't his handler anymore? It was Roddy McDowell briefly.
Yes. Yes. See, like, look at here. Here's my Witcher sense. Uh-oh. There's a clue.
Oh my god.
Maybe that wall slides. So fucking great.
Someone dragged something across the floor, or dragged it from one wall to the other repeatedly.
Yeah. Quantum Leap was great. You know, but Quantum Leap, by the way, let's shit on the Han Solo movie a little bit before it comes out.
Which I haven't shit on. I am.
I'm about to shit on it. Quantum Leap. Our main character, Scott Bakula, is the one we care about. He's the one we spend the most time with. And Sam he's there as a bonus. He works off of our main character. He's a playboy. He's got his own thing.
Al.
Sorry, yeah. Sam is the main character.
Right,
Sam is Scott Bakula. Al is what was his name? What was Al's name?
Dean Stockwell, wasn't it, or Dean something?
Maybe that's it. So I don't care about Al's backstory.
Yeah.
I don't want a television show dedicated to how Al got there.
Okay.
He is there to augment our main character. I don't care about Han Solo's backstory. I don't care about Boba Fett's backstory. These are characters meant to augment and reinforce our main character, and I don't need all this. This is just something I'm saying.
I'll see a trailer before I start seriously judging what they're doing with it.
In general. Okay. Gotta get behind here.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other repeatedly.
There's a mystery to be had.
Where am I at?
There we go. See, by the way, look at all this. There's rats, there's ghosts, there's green lights. Rich, we're playing a spooky game for Halloween.
All right. Drunk Cameron Mitchell says, Rich, have you...
Actually, and you know what? Hold on. For Soup Pilgrim, who says Jack thinks Green Arrow is good and Game of Thrones is bad. I don't think the Green Arrow is good, and I still watch it. I just want to clarify that. I think Green Arrow is a bad show, and I talk constantly about how it's a trashy, cheap-looking show, but I watch it anyway. So I just want to clarify that as I see that pop up in the chat. You go ahead.
Drunk Cameron Mitchell says... Oh, wait. I keep writing the same one again. Brian Shadow says, glad you're back into this game, Jack. You might appreciate what I'm working on right now. Are you playing Gwent? And then they have a link to what they're working on now. Which I didn't click on it. This might be... Oh! They're working on a cosplay.
Nice.
And that is the Witcher armor.
The Witcher armor. That's some talent. People who can make shit like that, I'm forever in awe. Looks great. I mean, I know my way around a hot glue gun.
Mm-hmm.
I can make some decent looking shit, but something like that's great. Good job. I'm not playing any Gwent. Within The Witcher 3 is a deck building game that they have since now made its own game called Gwent. And there's this whole thing. You could just play Gwent in this game. You could just go around playing cards, not worrying about slaying monsters at all if you felt like it. It's crazy.
Oh, I thought Gwent was like a character you would play as.
No, Gwent is the in-game
like Geralt's female understudy, Gwent. He's got a trainee witcher.
This is Gwent. That's really funny. Yeah, Gwent is the deck building card game that exists inside the game.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that tube. We're fucking getting some From Beyond in here. Look at this. It's like a glass tube. Oh man, we are in a spooky science lab.
Trying to think of good science fiction shows that aren't Farscape or Star Trek related now. Remember Alien Nation as a show?
I do remember Alien Nation as a show. Alien Nation was a decent sci-fi. I remember watching that a lot. Man and Machine. As a 1 season long cop show. I don't even know if it lasted a full season. I don't remember that one. In the future, a cop, Detective Man, gets teamed up with a female android, an experimental robot cop. Ooh, okay. She's very naive, yet knowledgeable. And his actual name was Man. Yes, yes. You know, Detective Man, M-A-N-N, and it's 2 N's. I get it. I get it. Don't be afraid. Okay, hold on, wait. There's some stuff I have to do right now. This island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I were hid in the Mage's Tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Mage who lived here. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in his tower.
It's neat looking.
He's dead too, you know.
Oh, don't get excited, Ghost Lady. I'm trying to keep this ghost calm. I need information on how to fight her.
All alone. They've all abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave. Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No. They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
Like, you know, pros and cons, again, about The Witcher 3. Like, I am super invested in this Ghost Lady story. Like, I get it. Like, you know, everything we've led up, that has led us here. We saw some of the peasant ghosts. We saw this ghost. You know, like, I'm so into this, but, like, I don't care about my main quest at all.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be the driving force, but like they're very good at small storytelling. You know what this reminds me a lot of, and someone's going to be very mad at me, is the show Superstition.
Okay.
You know, with the ghost fighting brothers.
Okay.
You know that show?
Is it Supernatural?
Supernatural. That's what it is. Thank you.
No problem.
Where, you know, like they go on these little adventures, but they're short little adventures, and that's what all of these side quests remind me of, is like short little ghost adventures, but I don't necessarily care about the overarching story.
Drunk Cameron Mitchell, I did finish reading that tip earlier. It led to an extended discussion about L.A. Noire.
Yeah.
Spiraled into Protagonist death.
We did a whole thing on it.
Fear. Terrible fear. I feared the men who approached, but I also feared the potion, drinking it.
Didn't trust the mage.
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid. And then I heard him. My beloved Graham. He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me and...
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned? That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone in
A
the
ghost potion, Rich.
dark. Only there were rats everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects haven't worn off yet. You are paralyzed.
Oh, okay.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects.
She got eaten alive by fucking rats.
I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into my stomach.
Oh, it's great.
They tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
Settle down. Okay. Yeah, we'll see if she can talk to anyone else.
To the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why. You do not fear me, do you?
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, God admit,
Hey, baby, it's cool. All right.
how can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a race?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Graham? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the isle.
What was that Crispin Glover movie about rats? It was called something like Oliver or Willard.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about Dishonored.
Dishonored?
Dishonored had a plague of rats that would just devour people.
Oh, yeah. It was called Willard. The Crispin Glover movie about rats was called Willard. All right, hold on. So I think...
Your beloved, who is he? A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected strongly. He did not see us together.
My guess is we got to get the beloved to come back.
I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon the village. Does he remember me still?
Said before you can't leave the tower.
Did I? You must have misheard.
I don't think so.
I don't know anymore. It's all a nightmare.
So she's an untrustworthy ghost.
Well, or she really can't remember. And so, like, you know, like sometimes you can solve situations just by talking to people.
Yeah.
Like, and so...
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
Yeah, baby.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I
Yeah,
must
okay,
know
I gotta
he
go find...
regrets what he did.
I gotta go find this Graham.
Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
Oh, unless I bring her bones to him and she, like, tries to kill him. In which case I get a ghost fight. So, yeah, okay, either way. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do this.
Fine, I'll talk to Graham. Where will I find him?
He lives in the village on the lakeshore, yet...
You're on it, Jack.
What?
You're on it.
I'm on it.
That she might try to kill him.
Of course. Like, if I take her bones to him, her ghost is going to pop up and try to kill him. But then I get to fight it. Either way, I either solve the mystery or I get to fight a ghost. It's a win-win. Right?
I'm okay with this, too. Is her name Annabelle?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it could have been.
Wasn't that the...
Oh, yeah, Annabelle Creation. Yeah, the new series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, series? Based on the doll?
There's like 2 or 3 of those movies now.
Oh, I think you meant like TV series.
Oh, yeah. There's 2 or 3 of those movies now.
Yeah.
All right. Gotta go find me a lover.
Lincoln Jr. says, Jack.
I'm Jack.
Rich.
You're Rich.
My Christmas movie is Jingle All the Way, but I don't have a Halloween movie. What is your Halloween movie?
Wait, what?
I want to know what our Halloween movie is. Just pick Gremlins. It works for both holidays.
Well, you know what we were talking about earlier, Rich, is we were talking about, this isn't necessarily my Halloween movie, but it's one that I usually watch at Halloween, which is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about that earlier.
We were talking about that earlier. And I made a joke on Twitter the other day about how the ending to Nightmare Before Christmas kind of sucks, and you agreed with me.
Yes.
And I really appreciate you agreeing with me.
The message is don't try. Don't do anything different. Stay in your lot, even if you're miserable.
Yep. Stay, like, you're trapped in a box. Stay in the box. Maybe put some wallpaper in the box.
Don't try new things.
Don't try new things.
Yeah, it does have a very depressing message.
It does. I feel like it's not well. I feel like the moral of the story is not very well thought out. Gotcha.
Like maybe the ending is, oh, he didn't quite get it, but now he truly understands what Christmas is really about. It's not the superficial gifts, the wrapped things. It's something,
the spirit of
the spirit of giving and love. That'd be something. That would be something.
Or maybe like he messes up Christmas because he doesn't quite get it, right?
Right.
But then like,
well, the real ending is, oh, he really, really gets it, and
well, yeah, but maybe then like Santa, when Santa tries to fix it, gets into a bind, and Jack is able to use his particular knowledge to help Santa out.
Are you saying that Jack needs a giant glowing red nose? That should have been the end of Nightmare Before Christmas.
The simplest stories. Sometimes the simplest. Well, no, but like maybe he could have a way to use his Halloween knowledge to help out.
Yeah.
To help out Christmas and but also kind of get out there, but realize that he loves Halloween. Like, I think there's a better way to handle that ending. Still a gorgeous movie, visually.
I'm not much of a horror movie person.
Yeah.
So it's weird for me to have a Halloween movie, but I kind of do now, and it's recent. It's a recent addition.
Oh.
I haven't had a Halloween movie till recently. I found I enjoyed Trick or Treat.
The Bryan Singer anthology.
Yeah.
That's a fine anthology. It's a fine movie.
It's like a modern day Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah. You know, I can be with you there. I don't necessarily have a Halloween movie, but I did like Trick or Treat. All right. I think we've gotten all the things we can out of this place. Oh, what did I do? Rat. Slowly walking down the stairs.
There might be better straight up horror movies, but Trick or Treat is just so drenched in the holiday of Halloween.
Trick or Treat is more than it's fun.
Yeah.
It's more than just a
That's
horror
true too.
movie.
Yes.
Oh fuck, I didn't want that. They're having some fun with the holiday.
Rich watched The Thing. That would be a good science fiction film and not necessarily a good Halloween film.
It's about balancing the horror with the fun. A perfect Halloween film. Trick or Treat, as you know, sometimes I'm not super into anthologies, but Trick or Treat is there. Trick or Treat gets it.
I did not watch the Krampus with Mike and Jay. I did watch it on my own. I wasn't impressed.
Oh.
It just kind of ends. They don't know how to end it.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I'm going to probably. That's one of those. That's always like, it's Christmas time. I should really watch Krampus. Didn't get around with it. Didn't get around to it.
There's a lot of good things about that movie, but it loses me at the end.
Sure.
Completely loses me.
Oh shit! How do I get out of here? Oh, there it is.
The ending felt like they didn't know how to end it. That's how the ending of the Krampus felt.
Sure. That's too bad. Locked. Geralt walks so slow. Rat.
My name is Tate says, I know it just came out, but you guys should check out Patton Oswalt's Annihilation on Netflix.
I've heard very good things.
It's funny, heartbreaking, and heartwarming all in one. I love that guy. All right.
I've heard very, very good things.
Not seen it yet.
Yeah, it's supposed to, it's his Netflix stand-up special. I know a lot of it deals with the sudden and unexpected death of his wife.
It might be a while. I'm rewatching Stranger Things.
Oh God! I mean that comes
then
out.
Then the new season's coming out, and I'm gonna start watching that.
There's things, Rich. There's things to watch. How the fuck do I get out of this house? I remember this fire. Oh, there it is. There's a door.
Dr. Lou It Up says, a few weeks ago, I started watching Best of the Worst in reverse order. I didn't realize how long it's been since Jesse was on the show.
Huh.
It's been a while. Anonymous says, hey guys! I understand if you don't want to read this. Oh, all right, let me read this first before I see the part. I understand if you don't want to read this out loud, but let me see what this is all about. Yeah, I just don't want to talk about that. It just sounds depressing. I don't want to get into that. Do you want to get into that?
I just really don't. I mean, yeah. It's nothing terribly controversial or anything, chat. Don't worry about it.
Anonymous says, just wanted to say well done to Jack for not letting a bunch of dicks ruin a good gaming experience for him.
They almost did. They truly almost did. Go. It came close, but really thanks to NoClip. I was able to find, something to latch on to. This game it's slow to start. It takes a whole lot to get into, but I am into it now.
Alright. Anonymous says, speaking of facial animations.
Facial animation.
Yeah. Singular, not plural. Don't face shame Grand Moff Tarkin. No, it was terrible.
It was terrible.
It was the Uncanny Valley. It was distracting, and it was horrible. I'm sorry. Go fuck yourself. May I ask, what lav mics do you usually use for half in the bag and such? Thank you for the stream and laughs. You're welcome. But if you really wanted to thank us, don't ask me stupid questions about CGI Grand Moff Tarkin when you goddamn well know I hated it.
He looked like a cartoon character. He looked like a goddamn cartoon character. And there were better ways to do it. There were better ways to get Grand Moff Tarkin in that movie. Ugh.
I want to talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
Drunken Cameron Mitchell has hit a random string of letters and says, "Here's $2, $2, you fucks."
Right.
And Rich, I still disagree about facial animation and random gobbledygook.
Great.
Okay. Why don't you just watch movies, man? Why don't you just watch movies if you care so much about goddamn game facial animation?
Right.
There's probably a movie theater right near your home.
Talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
Yeah, you gotta tell me.
Finch and Faulkner, they rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noob. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No,
They want the volume up a bit. We got watching a lot of cutscenes.
for Annabelle and me to flee. But
You watch this. I'm gonna go turn the heat down because
Honestly,
I'm fucking roasting.
boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape. First, then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower, hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
Remember, I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
That means... Is she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke, tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
She was alive the whole time? But... Can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
The Witcher is not wearing mittens. Those are gauntlets. They do look a lot like mittens, but they're gauntlets. They have a higher defense stat than other things. But
Annabelle needs you. Her soul will only find peace if you help her.
But... What can I do? It's too late.
Bury her bones. Annabelle should be laid to rest by one who loved her. It's the only way to lift the curse that holds Fyke Isle.
Those are... her bones.
Yes.
Give them here. And leave me be.
those are definitely mittens. But what they really are is not Knight's Gauntlets. What do I have here? Yeah, they're Knight's Gauntlets, and as you see, they have a pretty decent armor stat. So, we got those. We got our funny pants, crossbow, all that good stuff. Lovey, lovey. It looks like he has his hands stuck into it. It looks like he has oven mitts on. It looks like he's about to take a pie out of the oven, and doesn't. What's that? 'Twas me witcher sense.
A girl and plated flowers. Looks like a small shrine.
Yeah. Small shrine, yeah.
We got chips. I forgot to actually turn the heat off.
God damn it, Rich.
Bathroom. Chips.
You got some stuff accomplished, except for the one thing you wanted to get accomplished. Oh, she's gonna kill him.
Looks like rain. Dead.
Yep.
Annabelle was no ordinary ghost. She's a pesta. And now she's free.
Damn it. Damn it.
Damn it, Janet.
So she turned into a wraith and killed him.
Of course.
And then I didn't get to fight her. She went away. I gotta go find her.
I'm proud of you for having the foresight to see that coming.
Yeah, but I thought at least there'd be a fight.
Did it dispel the curse?
Yeah.
Win-win.
But I wanted a fight. I wanted a wraith fight. Oh, well. Yeah, I mean, it'll have to do.
Trusting ghost. Why wouldn't you trust a ghost? Ghosts are just people that aren't in a body anymore. I think if a person was trustworthy in life, they're probably still going to be trustworthy as a ghost.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, we don't really know if Annabelle was trustworthy in life, but, you know, also it's my job here to put spirits to rest. And so, you know, there has to be a little bit of goodwill taken, where it's like, all right, we'll try doing your things, and if not, you meet the bad end of my silver sword, you know.
If I saw a ghost, I don't know that my first reaction would be to run away. Well, maybe like the first reflex would be startled, you know.
Sure.
But I think I would calmly try to talk to the ghost.
The problem, most myths, you know, like in The Witcher here and like in that show, The Supernatural, they say that the reason that most specters are around is because of some sort of violent or traumatic death. And so that's why most ghosts are angry or vengeful, because they've been reliving the violence and trauma.
Well, I didn't traumatize them.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Ghosts don't use no logic. They're just full of trauma and anger.
I have an entirely. You say that's how you expect a ghost story to work.
Well,
the angry, yeah.
That's how they, you know.
I have a new take on this. I to my knowledge, I don't know that anybody has done this.
All right, what do you got?
I want to see a movie or a story where the ghost is not trying to kill someone they're angry with. I want to see a story where the ghost is trying to kill somebody they genuinely love so they can be together again. Has anybody ever done this? Has this ever happened? And it makes so much sense!
What we're talking about, Rich, is a paranormal romantic comedy.
Yes! Well, not necessarily a romantic comedy, but...
A paranormal romantic dark comedy. It's a paranormal romantic dark comedy.
I miss you so much, I'm going to try and kill you.
Rich Evans, you win. And so you know, what the story would be is, you know, we get the first 10 minutes where the boyfriend dies or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
And then he fumbles around much like Ghost, trying to figure out his ghost powers so he can kill the girl. But then along the way, maybe learns a lesson. And
it's got too many parallels to domestic violence, and it has to be the girl who's a ghost trying to kill him. Just so it doesn't feel too ooky.
Too ooky?
Yeah.
Well, he learns a lesson in the end.
Okay.
He doesn't kill her in the end. That does feel a little ooky.
It should be, the girl should be the ghost.
Well, that's why you have to go comedy route, because then, you know, like, because then
she gets a new boyfriend and then the ghost tries to kill him too. No!
No!
That's the route that's been done before. We don't need that.
Right, and I feel like you can't do it, like, I feel like you'll fall into the same trappings as the girl, like, if the girl is the ghost, because then it's like, oh, what, she's so obsessed with the man? So I feel like either way, you're kind of in a pickle.
All right. What about a ghost mother trying to kill the daughter or the son? It's been years. So they were a kid when the mother died, but now they're an adult.
That would be just a good supernatural story. Yeah. I like the angle of the romance, though.
Okay.
I think that's how we're gonna sell the script, Rich. And like I said, I think if you do it with a comedy spin, a lot of that it's domestic violence gets kind of pushed under the rug because it's funny, you see. And really, it's as long as we show true intent. In his fumbling, in his dumb fumbling, he just wants to be with the girl who still loves him, by the way. She hasn't moved on.
Yeah.
She can't move on. There can't be a new guy because she still loves him. And so, that's why the attempted murder can be justified. Because that's what it will be, attempted murder, but he's a ghost, so rules don't necessarily apply to him. Oh, come here, Roach. You dumb horse, you're still waiting here for me? I've been gone for hours. I love you, you dumb horse. But I like it. We'll spin it as a paranormal, romantic, dark comedy. Where it has all the standard beats of a rom-com, but it's about a ghost trying to kill his love. I think that is a fantastic idea. What are you doing in here, girl?
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
That was the quest alternate ending.
What?
The ghost quest. They're saying that was the alternate ending to the ghost quest.
What was?
I'm assuming what we're talking about with killing out of love to be together rather than anger. But she seemed pretty bitter.
Yeah, she turned into an evil ghost. Maybe if I had chosen some different storylines,
okay.
That's what would have happened. But
And you withheld this news until now. Why? I gave you a Xenovox. But the curse, what was its source?
The dark spell clung to the spirit of Annabelle, the Lord's daughter. To free her and the Isle, Graham, her beloved, had to help me.
So it ended well.
Maybe it ends differently if you bring him over to her.
Clear.
Maybe she's touched that he would actually show up to see her. I don't know.
Sure.
Graham's dead.
And you failed to notice. You're losing your touch. Be that as it may, Fyke Isle is free of its curse. That's important. I'm almost inclined to say good work.
One thing's bothering me.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona. You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander was a highly
But romantic comedy is about meeting a new person, falling in love.
That's true. That's true.
Or it's about rediscovering an old love.
See, I don't necessarily know this should be a romantic comedy, but
that's the only way you're going to get around, like we've been talking about, either the stalking or domestic abuse traps. The only way we can get around that is by having a comedic spin on it. I'm not saying we need to be cracking jokes, but it needs to be lighthearted. This is you know what this is? This is classic Sweet Home Alabama. You ever see Sweet Home Alabama? No, of course not. You know why? It's a Reese Witherspoon romantic comedy. City girl goes back to the place where she was born, runs into an ex-boyfriend who's still a country boy. They don't get along at first, but then she learns how to blop, 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 blop. It's that, but with ghosts trying to kill people. It's great.
The lamp. What do you want to do with it?
all right. Spelt Apple says, Jack, who is your Witcher Bay? Do you go Triss or the canonical Yen?
Perhaps we can make up for that lost time now.
So one of the problems, after 20 plus hours of gameplay, I have spent approximately 5 minutes with Yen. And I haven't met Triss. I don't even know who Triss is. My Geralt has talked about Triss here and there. I don't know who she is. So right now my bae is this biddy. I've spent more time with this girl right here than I have with any other girl in the game.
Can you get together with this girl?
I don't know if I can get together with any girl. I don't know what I can do.
I presume there is a love interest.
Huh?
I presume there is a love interest, but that's presumption.
Of course, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Triss was in the last 2 games, but I didn't play the last 2 games. I just started playing this game. You totally can bone her? Well, listen, she's the first lady I see. Can I bone them all? You can fuck on the back of a unicorn? Is that true? Because I kind of want that to happen. That could happen.
Favorite rom-com.
All right. Time I was on my way.
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer? There's one small favor you might yet do for me.
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Nova.
Oh.
The trader yesterday but has yet to arrive.
Maybe it's that necrotic oil.
Did you see what happened? The package is rather important to me.
Why not? If he was coming here from Novigrad, he must have passed through Blackbow. I'll check the area.
Thank you. I shall be ever so grateful.
Yeah, you will, girl. All right, great. We did it. Excuse me.
Jack, do you have a favorite romantic comedy?
You know, they're all disposable garbage, but I still love them because sometimes you just want the formula, and you just know the formula and you want it. Not necessarily a favorite.
I'm just gonna say Mannequin for pure cheese. Plus, Kim Cattrall was hot in the day.
A witcherly service, that's to say.
Yeah.
Tell me.
A man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rights to conduct.
Fisher King? I'm not so sure I'd call that a romantic comedy.
Damned souls too. We've the circle to protect from these.
When Harry Met Sally is a perfectly fine romantic comedy.
I don't really remember that.
It's good. It's good. It's good, and it's not. It's darker than a lot of people remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Groundhog Day. If you're gonna call that a romantic comedy, sure. Ooh, I thought Jack didn't like this. After the No Clip documentary series came out, they sold me. They sold me on the game, so I'm giving it another go and I'm enjoying it. Hold on, this guy here helped me defeat the evil fetus. Or help me befriend, more importantly, he helped me befriend the evil fetus. So I should really chat with him for a second.
At times men die choking with regret. At times death takes them before they've tasted any bitterness. These poor souls, unfulfilled, cannot live.
Groundhog Day is a great rom-com?
Their spirits,
technically?
must be judged.
Alright, is the interesting part of Groundhog Day have anything to do with the romance?
Right? Like, there are elements of rom-com. I think if you wanted to get super...
I will admit to that, yes. But...
The question is, would it be out of place in the rom-com section? Not necessarily. What else? I mean, it's you just call it a straight-up comedy.
Science fiction, even. I think you could make that argument. I don't know. But I don't know that rom-com quite fits.
Rom-com definitely fits. It's just how high on the list of things that it is, you know.
The better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
Why are people obsessed with determining genre fits? Because it's something to talk about. At the end of the day, it doesn't really fucking matter.
As humans, we have grown accustomed to putting things in order and categories.
It's brought our civilization a long way. In fact,
we really like to find seemingly random patterns and put them in some sort of comprehensible order. That is a uniquely human trait. So even though whether or not Groundhog Day is a rom-com on the grand scale of patterns doesn't really stack up, it's fun to talk about.
What was the Steve Gutenberg ones? High Spirits. Do you remember that?
High Spirits?
He falls in love with a ghost.
What?
He falls in love with a ghost.
Fuck, man, that's great. Does the ghost try to kill him?
I'm trying to remember now. This might be I don't think she does.
Is this your idea?
This could be like just subconscious because now that's coming to my head for some reason.
Yeah.
I know at the end he has to kiss her when she's kind of halfway alive because of the magic special date.
Sure.
But she looks like a corpse. So he has to kiss a zombie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, stretch of Chow. If I go with the Peller, do I finish the Keira storyline? Is that what you're telling me?
Was Daryl Hannah the ghost girl?
She was everything back then. She was everything.
Was Liam Neeson the ghost husband that killed her? He might have been.
What? So I gotta go back to that fucking island.
That'd be back when he was too big for shit like that.
Right?
Before he was too big for that. If I said that wrong, I might have. I'm just gonna assume I said it wrong.
I heard before he was too big.
Okay, so I did say it right the first time.
Maybe, but you know, who the fuck knows, right? Oh, I left a roach. Well,
it could be your brain is just used to translating rich. Well, he probably meant before.
I just know. By this time, I just know what you mean. Like. Right. Whoa! Taking a boat. I could take Roach, but you know I gotta get on a boat to the island anyway. So here's a nice boat. There is a Mark Ruffalo movie where him and Ghost Reese Witherspoon fall in love. That is true.
Yeah,
that is true. That is a true thing. I've seen it. I don't think it was very good.
What's it called?
I don't know. Ghost Hulk.
Ghost Hulk. Ghost.
Little Big Hulk. I don't know. Someone will say. Ghetto Sith Lord, I am familiar with fast travel, but I don't much care for fast travel. I like walking around and seeing stuff. Every once in a while, I'll fast travel, like especially if I'm putting gear away, I'll just fast travel to my chest, put it away, and then go back to the mission. But I kind of really like looking around, like, look at this shit. It's a nice world. That's the whole point of games like this, is you just hang out in the world for a bit.
Just like heaven?
Oh, there you go. There you go. That was it.
All right.
All right. How long? What's our uptime? I'm probably just gonna do this mission and then be all done.
All right.
How have we been doing today?
We started basically 4.
Yeah.
That's 8.
And it's 8?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
4 hours, 21 minutes.
Perfect. All right.
Where did I leave off here?
Greetings.
Just in time.
Brown Adam Sandler says hypothetical. The protagonist has made the decision to heroically sacrifice himself. At this point, would you prefer they just die, or the writers pull some bullshit to save them, a la Magic Con Blood? Bullshit to save them. And it doesn't have to feel as cheap as Magic Con Blood.
From these, you must protect us.
I think the important thing is being willing to make the sacrifice.
Keep at bay till the ritual's done.
Sure, that's fair. That's fair.
Mr. Was that Mr. Let me see if I can read that right. The R is blending in with an N. Mr. Newsphere says October 26, 2017, and we're tiptoeing around Farscape spoilers. Did I say I love you guys? I love you guys.
Oh, how true.
Need some time to prepare.
Snape killed Dumbledore.
What? Oh, no, you didn't.
Anonymous says, just a tip. There are some great side missions involving the Gwent game. If you don't play all the games, you miss out on the best cards, making those missions much harder.
I know. I'm not interested in Gwent. I'm going to stay away from the whole Gwent thing. I played one game of Gwent, and it didn't really get to me. Maybe I'll play the standalone Gwent game, but
Begin.
Keep us from
just not that into Gwent at the moment. All right, I got to fight monsters and keep monsters away from the Peller here, I think.
What comes next once life subsides? Soon will rise thy dead, thy buried. Each will say by what they're hurried. Will ye grant these souls reprieve?
The storm, damn it.
Let's begin Forefathers' Eve.
Oh, shit.
Ayatollah of Rock and Roll says, hey guys, love of the stream. If someone offered you $50 million to clone you and make as many clones as they want for medical experimentation, maybe vivisection torture, would you say yes? Probably not if they're just going to torture something.
Yeah, like, is it okay to torture sentient beings? Like, that's a weird...
Are these clones going to be mindless, or are they going to have all of my thoughts and memories and feelings somehow?
Right? Ah, fuck you, hag witch.
Something whispers, something peeps.
Damn it. Gotcha.
Hark, a sound I hear. 'Tis right. A spirit breaks the still of night. Burn the incense ever higher. Spirit, join us round the fire.
Brina's God says,
Spirit,
I'm drunk, so I just wanted to say I love you guys.
tell us of your ghost.
Rich, you should watch Babylon 5 starting with Season 2 at some point. It's schlocky goodness. Thanks for the early stream, you fucks. Hey, maybe I should skip ahead with Babylon 5. I don't know. I tried a couple of times. Never got past the pilot.
Who are you?
He knows.
Anonymous says, Rich, your idea about one dead partner wanting the other dead so they can be together forever. Sorry, but you just described the core plot to the Twilight Saga.
Twilight Saga?
Yeah. It's not quite the same thing. Come on, come on.
Abomination! Stop this at once! The errant souls! We must help them!
Silence! I'll not tolerate necromancy.
Help me!
Oh, I gotta choose now. This Peller has helped me out before. He helped me with the monster fetus thing.
Yeah, what's the dilemma? I haven't been paying any... Let's presume I have not been paying any attention.
Okay, so the Peller has hired me to keep away monsters
while he does his spiritual ceremony.
Yeah.
Like, hey, just keep the monsters away from me while I'm doing my spiritual ceremony. Now some dudes have come up and said, hey, we're not cool with you doing your spiritual ceremony. Stop it. So I have to choose now whether...
Why is the ceremony significant?
The people like it, and it, you know...
obviously, they don't like it.
No. The people, like 3 don't like it, but overall, the people like it, and it helps the good juju.
Why don't the 3 who don't like it, why don't they
Because they don't like anything spiritual. They don't like anything spiritual. We're done with your voodoo ways, Grandpa.
Right, I don't like anything spiritual either, but I'm perfectly able to mind my own fucking business.
Yeah.
So fuck those guys.
Yep. Great.
You're disrupting the ritual.
This is black magic. These folk disturb the dead. We cannot allow it. We will not.
Oh, you're gonna fucking die.
Thing about their customs.
Take it and disperse it.
Dead. Fucking dead.
Can you just wound them?
Nope. Only kill. Excuse me, Grandpa. I gotta kill this guy.
Watch where we find other human sacrifices involved. Ah, great.
Huh? Yeah, it could be. Who cares?
The bloodshed, it do any harm?
Tainted lies the circle now. They who thirst for the gore of men shall come. God's willing they will be few, and the Peller shall finish the rite.
If you
it just means I get to fight more monsters.
Good folk, we must the eve complete. Prepare yourselves. Ye we summon, ye we call. Enter souls, we'll judge ye all.
Yeah, I like the Ard. I like the push him down one because usually, like if they fall over, then it's a one-shot kill and that thins the herd. So I enjoyed that magic the most. Lighting people on fire is also pretty great, but oh shit!
Sacred ground is with blood stained. We cannot the ritual complete. People, save yourselves. If your lives you value, run.
Raids, we gotta use the Yurden. Fuck. Gotta use the Yurden and trap them like that. And then we can hit them. You know, it's important to know your Yurden.
Is the Yurden that ring of things?
It's that ring of things, and if they're inside, I do more damage because they're trapped in there. Fucking hell yeah. Yurden! Done.
You're so into this.
I'm kind of into this. I'll be honest with you. Now that
all is lost.
It gotta be a peasant who told the witch hunters about the ritual. That spirit they drove away. Your father's ghost, right? Threatened to come back. Likely to keep his word.
it takes a long time to just figure out what the fuck is going on, but once you're there, yeah.
Anonymous says, it's kind of a cheat, so up to Rich if he tells Jack, but you can bang anyone in Witcher 3, but you have to choose between Triss and Yen. If you don't, there's a consequence.
You don't get to bang anyone. I haven't met Triss yet. I don't know who Triss is. Yeah, and
but Jack, she's in The Witcher 2.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm leaning towards Triss because Yennefer kind of seems like a bitch. So right now, I would much rather have someone who I've not met over Yennefer who doesn't seem terribly into me.
You can't hope to manage this alone. You're afraid, that's clear. Wraith will hold sway over you. Listen, I'll send him off. I've got to. But I need to know where he's buried. Corpse probably hasn't turned to dust yet. That's his bond to the world of the living.
Ambrose lies in the swamp.
Fine. I'll find his body, see what I can do.
Yeah.
Savastromo says, hey, Rich and Jack. First stream as a subscriber, and Jack returns to The Witcher 3. One of my favorite games. Hope to see it streamed more here and there. And make sure Rich is around for the vistas.
Look, look! Oh, storms in the background and everything. Oh, look at those vistas. All right, yeah, that's all I want to do. Hold on,
we're caught up in tips too.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna loot some dead bodies real quick. Take your coin, and then I'll save, and we'll be all done. Yeah, we can play this more because I'm playing it on the GOG, and they have cloud sync, which is always nice. What a great invention, cloud sync. Start playing at home. Finish playing here. All right, great. That's good. We are good. Nope, that's not how you save. That's how you save. Boom, and we are saved. Look out for the vistas. So many vistas. Good old GOG.
I've got way too much shit on my plate right now. But
oh no, and come Thursday, I won't be able to play it anymore. Or wait, is that tomorrow? No.
No.
The 27th.
Yeah.
Come Friday, I won't be able to play it anymore either because Mario Galaxy comes out, and we'll probably do that for the next episode. So we got to play that.
What are they charging for this game now?
Witcher 3?
Yeah.
You know what? I have GOG open right now. Let's go. Can we go to the store page? Visit store page. Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt is a $40 DRM free.
All right.
Or you can pay $115 for the entire fucking series, including a live concert of its music. What? You can get The Witcher Enchanted Edition, The Witcher 2 Assassins of King, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, The Witcher Adventure game.
I think I bought 1 and 2 on like a Steam sale. I just could not get through 1.
Yeah,
I could not get through 1.
It's old, you know. What is The Witcher Adventure game? What?
Chad, that's a completely random ass question here at the end of the stream, but I was a huge fan of G.I. Joe. The comic books, though, far more so than the cartoon show, which I have almost no nostalgia for. But the fucking Larry Hama comic books, awesome. Snake Eyes for life.
For life. Geralt is such a man whore. Huh? Listen, I don't. I'll probably forget about... I would probably have fallen in love with one of the Witcher 3 people eventually, but... You just missed the sale. The complete Witcher 3 LDLC was on sale for $20. Wait until it goes on sale again, then. Part 2 is borderline unplayable.
Didn't people fucking love Part 2? I thought Part 2 is where the series took off.
Part 2... What was that, though? That was like Xbox 360 time, right?
Sure. I remember 2 being super fucking popular.
I don't know. Part 2 is... Oh, yeah. See, here's a part... No, what are you talking about? Part 2 is the Chris.
All right.
No, oh, and by the way, I will keep playing The Witcher. I've been enjoying the heck out of it, but I'll probably have to take a little break for Mario Odyssey. But I've really been enjoying it. All right, now is the time of the stream in which we thank all the people who have subscribed to us during this stream. Much like Savvy Bones, who says, forget Savvy's sub for a second. I think I need to play Rock of Ages 2 and A Hat in Time in Rich. And Rich mentioned he is going to give Final Fantasy VII a shot this Sunday.
I never said that. You're just being a jerk who's trying to force me into playing it.
I get it. That was like I said that. You know what? Hat in Time looks really boring to me. It looks like a really boring collectathon, and I'm not interested in all, and I'm very sorry.
Okay. Captain Zorro.
Silvestromo.
Real Alex Jones.
Gechen de Lute.
Herman Edel.
Tollbot EXE.
The End Hero.
Nice. Sneaky Smedstad? Smestad. Sneaky Smestad.
Sneaky Smestad. Sneaky Smestad.
Sneaky Smestad.
Cosmos Jester for 31 fucking months in a row says, I watched documentary now based on your recommendation. I'm glad I did.
Good stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Good stuff. Death John.
Xenotrope for 39 motherfucking months in a row says, I don't know about you, but I pronounce waifu or whatever as give me your lunch money.
As if someone says that and you beat them up because they're a nerd. I get it. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm normally not for bullying, but I think in terms of anyone who would say waifu seriously, I think I'm okay with it.
There's a difference between bullying and just shaming someone. And there is nothing wrong with pointing out that calling anything a waifu is super lame. General Gore, who says, played Wolfenstein, The New Order. Way too many cutscenes, like you said, but overall super fun shooter. Also tell the chat to settle down. Settle down, chat.
That just makes them worse.
I agree, General Gore. I agree with all that. Super fun, too many cutscenes.
Tom TBA says, congratulations, it's a squid.
Pigs are flying.
Dr. Pepper PhD 889.
Tiberius Kirkson says, and yet Jack is excited about his video game wives and start. See, that there's a difference. There is no problem like talking excitedly about your video game wives. That's fine. Just don't call them waifus or whatever that is. Like, I'm talking about my wife. Hey, this is a fun part of the gameplay. If you're just generally speculating on who you would love to marry and fuck in real life, then you have a problem.
It's about how casual you are about it. Like, if you're just enjoying a romantic subplot in a story, that's one thing. But obsessing over a woman who does not exist, that turns into creepy.
That does. It does. Noriel.
Where we live off?
This one.
Finamon for 21 fucking months in a row.
Sagan. 1220 for 33 fucking months in a row.
Waruki Midisu.
Sure.
Wariki Midisu says, 5 months. I've heard great things about the Witcher games, but I decided to read the books before I start playing.
I wonder what the translation's like on them.
No idea.
They're Polish.
No idea.
I wonder if anything's lost. Space Skimo for 38 motherfucking months in a row.
Makes you feel old, doesn't it? So old.
I mean, other things make me feel old.
Walrus to the brush.
R. Miller for 26 fucking months in a row says, thanks for 26 solid months of non-stop, action-packed, ball-to-the-wall, nail-biting, awe-inspiring, chill-inducing streams of sheer unholy entertainment.
That's a lie, but thank you. On to X.
Mr. Glitch says, I love spending other people's money. Here's to 5 more months. Spend that mad Bezos cash. We're okay with it.
And Jim Docs, who says, 2-month anniversary doesn't make sense. Twitch.
All right.
All right.
Thank you all for subscribing. We really appreciate it.
It's true. We really do.
And today, Rich is going to remember to hit the end button before he stops the stream. Like that.